Hi, my name's Savannah Dehart, and I'm a graduate student here in the Research Commons. And today I'm going to be talking to you about our quarterly event, Scholar Studio, which is sponsored in part by the Research Commons as well as the graduate school core programs. So, what is Scholar Studio? Scholar Studio is a presentation that is composed of 10 Ignite style rapid fire talks. Those talks are 5 minutes each. It's for graduates and postdocs here at the University of Washington to get together and share research across disciplines. So the goal of Scholar Studio is really to network people, to give you some practice as a graduate student or a postdoc for presenting, and also give you the experience of presenting in a large audience if you haven't already had that experience. So what is a rapid fire Ignite style talk? It's a 5-minute presentation with slides that advance every 15 seconds. It has a beginning and an end slide, and that beginning slide is not actually timed. So you have 19 slides that advance every 15 seconds for you to be able to make your point. So that sounds a little hard. There is a trick. If you copy and paste 2 slides, you'll actually extend the life of that slide to 30 seconds. So that's a little trick for Ignite style talks to get them on for longer. So if you're really interested in submitting a proposal, we would love to hear from you. If you go to the Research Commons homepage, there you'll find a link for the events, and you can see Scholar Studio, and you could submit a proposal there. All you'll need is the title of your proposal, about 150 words about what you want to present on, your email, name, of course, department, degree, and advisor. And we'd really like to know how you heard about us so we can continue this great event. So Scholar Studio, when you're selected, it takes place in Presentation Place, the space that I'm actually in right now, and it doesn't have walls. So you will hear a little bit of noise from people studying, and that's just fine, but that's just something to be aware of. And when you do come up to present, you won't have a screen in front of you. The screen's going to be behind you, so that's something to be aware of as you're presenting. It's a little bit difficult to see, oh my gosh, where am I on my slide? You're also given a microphone, which I'm holding. We have a ton of resources on our Scholar Studio LibGuide where you can learn about Ignite style talks, how to prepare for them, how to go about making them, how to deliver them. Also, we have the template, which we want you to use. In fact, you have to use for your presentation. That template comes with a timer if you like that graphic, and we also have a template without the timer. And if you're using a Mac, just so you know, when we compile all of your presentations, we use a PC to do so because it's one right after the other. We really want to make this a very energetic event. So if you are using a Mac, sometimes when that PowerPoint template is translated to PC, there's some problems with fonts, backgrounds, and pictures. So just be aware of that as you're creating your template if you use a Mac. It's not a big deal, but just something to be aware of. Creating the PowerPoint, again, the library offers free image sources, so you don't use copyrighted images, and that's found on the Scholar Studio LibGuide. Also, we have a UW Design Help Desk, which will help you design your slides and make sure they're aesthetically pleasing. We want you to come to Practice Day, which is held several days before the actual events. You don't have to be perfect, your slides don't have to be complete, but we really want you to get a feel for the space because it is a little bit of a different atmosphere. At Practice Day, you're going to get feedback from Madeline Munt, our librarian, as well as the UW Grad School core programs faculty. So it's really important to come. You're going to get great feedback, and you're going to get a feel of the space. Finally, on the day of, we want you to get here about 30 minutes ahead of time so you can have just a minute to practice if you'd like, get used to the space again. And we want you to make sure you have sent in your slides before you actually come to the day of presentation. It just makes life a lot smoother. And the slides are going to display behind you, as I said, but when we start the presentation, when you actually do get to present, you give a nod to the person who's clicking in the audience, and they'll start the presentation for you. You have no control over your slides once they get started. Again, this is a professional event, so do come in business casual attire. There will be great feedback, anonymous from the audience, which is something that's really awesome. And finally, there's food at the end, so that's something to keep in mind. My name's Savannah Dehart. Thank you so much for listening. I'm a graduate assistant here in the Research Commons, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email us.